Welcome to the Hamsey Analytics Daily Market Commentary. I'm Paulo Navarro. Today is Tuesday, September 25th, 2012. For the market internals, the New York Stock Exchange advanced decline differential closed at negative 1,316. Nasdaq advanced decline differential closed at negative 1,183. We had 31 new 52-week highs for the S&P 500 and 4 new 52-week lows for the S&P 500. Very mixed signals here on the market internals. For the volatility, 494,000 contracts traded on the VIX today with 54 million in total premiums paid. For the dollar-weighted put-call ratio in October, a 0.48 reading with 44% of the total premiums paid, which is bearish. On November, a 0.73 neutral reading with 24% of the total premiums paid. Here we have the daily chart for SPX. We have an outside day reversal down 1.05% for the day. Big down day. We reverse over after the high here on the intraday, and we're going to look at the intraday action in a second, but let's start here. We're barely starting to break this bear flag we had and this flat pattern we were talking about, nothing happening around the 1459 level. Now we're at 1441. We talked about a pullback yesterday, maybe coming back to the 0 sigma, and after that wanting to rally again toward new highs for the year. If we look at this other chart with the moving averages, we're getting pretty close here to the 20-day moving average. We want to get that pullback there, and maybe after that bounce here to start going higher. Remember here, of the intraday action, let's look what happened throughout the day. We're going to look at this 30-minute chart. Yesterday at the afternoon, we were coming up here, and we sold off a little. Today in the morning, we bounced back, taking yesterday's highs, and looks like everything was going good after consumer confidence came better than expected in the morning. But after that, it just started selling off pretty fast. You could see here. And we ended at the lows of the day, taking even the week's low. Very interesting here what happened, the reversal, and now we are at the lows of the week. As for our targets, let's come to our 60-minute chart, the weekly support, pivot, and resistance. We broke weekly pivot, and after that we went to support number 1. Quickly after we broke that, support number 2 was touched. We talked about this 1441 level yesterday as being target for the week. Now we're maybe looking even going further to the 1433, 1434 level. If we do get a bounce, maybe go back to this 1450 level, and that will be our target here for the upside. You have all the targets here. On the downside, looking 1433, that's what it looks like we're going after this big sell-off and closing at the lows for the day. For SPY, here we have it. We broke, could not go above weekly pivot, was some support resistance here, quickly went down. We're almost going to the 143.72 level. That is support number 3 on the weekly. Here, let's go to the daily chart. We talked about going here, taking a pullback of the 44, 43 level. We want to see that 44 level there, maybe before we started bouncing back higher. The only important and bearish thing we have today was the outside day reversal we had here. But if not, it was a perfectly normal pullback apart from that outside reversal. Going for the Qs, we talked about this 68.74 level. We broke this 0 sigma, and now we're a little bit below what we wanted to get here to the 68.23. We call it 68 and a quarter, almost there. There are 50 cents to go. We broke all of this support, pivot, and resistance we watch here. Maybe we want to take this 68, and then after that started to bounce. The reason here, the Nasdaq was down 1.25%. Couple of big components. We're gonna see what happened. Apple had a big down day today, down 2.4%, breaking 0.6 to the downside, 673 right now, and maybe looking for lower prices. If we look at this chart for Apple, we are maybe trying to come and test these previous lows here, and that has been resistance. Here we're gonna be next support, maybe come to this 665 level and test it. Remember, we have in October the results from the EPS coming out, and also we have the iPhone that was not sold out, Foxconn problem. That's why we're getting this big pullback yesterday and today. Another important Nasdaq component today, Google. Google was up, down 0.03%, although that's flat. Look at the chart, what happened. It made an all-time high. It was up a lot here, above 760, and we closed at 749. Big pullback here, which brought the Nasdaq on the afternoon lower. Let's go to the IWM and continue with our ETFs here to watch. IWM outside day reversal on the risk index. Looks like risk is coming out of the market after this huge run up we had, and we are at 83.67. We talked about this 82 and a half level. We want those 82 and a half to hold, and that's gonna be very important to see what happens here. 83.10 is gonna be our weekly support number 3. That's gonna be our target here, but we talked about wanting to see an 82 print and see what happens if we get this holding here. Very important level here. We want this to hold around this levels. That's gonna be critical. Another pullback, maybe 1% or so. Test here, consolidation, fail to break and go back higher. That's gonna take longer than this pullback. As you know, we pull faster than we go up, so important that to keep in mind. GLD, we're starting here with the daily chart for GLD. We continue to see here some bear flag. We had here a fake breakout, but we continue to hold this level. Today gold was down throughout the day, had some selling pressure, but it was able to hold these levels here. We could continue to drift lower, maybe until this level, which was around 169 is gonna be the level to start getting worried. If that does not hold, looks like we're going for the 20-day moving average here at the green line. 168, 168, let's call that. When time goes there, maybe that's gonna be the time that gold starts to break out here. If that fails, we would be looking for a test here of around this level where it started breaking out here, 63.80, 63 and a half. That's a far away from here, and we're still looking for a break out of the bull flag we're in, although it can take a longer time here to develop. You know how gold is, it can stay in a range for a whole long time. On the Sigma channels, on the daily chart, you can see here we're starting to approach 0.6, and we have an outside day reversal again on GLD. We broke +1, +2 Sigma channel yesterday, and today we confirmed that we did not want to get above that level, so this is going to be the level we're watching. 167.72 is the level here on 0.6. That is important to keep in mind and hold. For VIX, here we have the daily chart for VIX. We have a big update today, 9%. And yesterday we were talking about starting to get some volatility back into the market. We want this 200-day moving average to be tested. It's been a while, very low volatility environment. Maybe come to the 18.5 level and then fail back there. We closed at 1543. We need a long way to go. Not even 0.6 was taken out here. So important here for the market to continue to be on a downtrend, slowly as the VIX starts to rally and bring some volatility into the market. That's it for the charts today. We have a special offer by TradeStation. Get your HAMSI Analytics proprietary indicators paid by TradeStation. Contact Active Traders office in Chicago, Peter Albino, at the number listed below.